We got some good news on an Andy Cruz and Steven Shakur fight.
Hearn feels the Cuban gold medalist Cruz, 4-0, 2 KOs, is ready for the top 10 and a title shot. Despite Cruz only having 4 fights, he has shown the type of talent in his one-year professional career to show that he's ready to challenge for a world title against one of the 4 world champions at 135. Hearn isn't giving any hints about who Cruz, 29, could face on December 14. Hopefully, it's a step up from his last opponent, Antonio Moran, who he knocked out in 7 rounds on August 3 at the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. Cruz is ranked number 4 WBA, number 6 WBC, number 7 IBF, and number 14 WBO. He says he wants to fight for a world title at lightweight, but getting the title shot may require a lot of work on his part. None of the 4 champions are likely to willingly agree to fight the slick Cruz, who is like a more entertaining version of Shakur Stevenson. You're going to see him hopefully at the end of the year. He's ready now for the top guys, said Eddie Hearn to the press. About when lightweight contender Andy Cruz will fight next, I think he's had a very fast rise in terms of his professional experience. He looks great with Bozy Ennis, but now, try to focus on a world title. Possibly, said Hearn when asked if Cruz could fight at the Monaco event on December 14th. Yeah, he's ready for the top 10 now. Cruz is 29 and can't afford to be brought along slowly before getting a title shot. Given his talent, he'll need to go the mandatory route to get a title shot against one of the champions at lightweight. Hearn must put Cruz in a world title eliminator to earn that spot. William Zepeda holds the number 1 spot by all 4 sanctioning bodies at 135, and he's waiting for his shot. Once Zepeda gets his title shot, Cruz can go after the number 1 position with the WBC. Hearn promotes WBC champion, Shakur Stevenson, so, that would be the ideal champion for Cruz to target while Shakur is still with Matchroom.
So we inch a little bit closer to a Shakur Stevenson, Andy Cruz showdown. I saw an interview with Shakur where he was saying that Tank has never really fought anybody on his level. You know, that's matched his skills, that's boxed like he's boxed since he was a kid and everything like that. And although there may be some truth to that, but here's the thing, Shakur, you haven't either, my friend. But you have a chance right now to prove that you will do what Tank hasn't done. Andy Cruz has that boxing pedigree, Shakur, and he's with Matchroom. You don't have to call anybody out, you don't have to look for a fight. Andy Cruz is right there. Here's your chance to put yourself to the test that you were so willing to put Tank to.
Yeah, because they knew that it's not a unification. Whether or not there is a rematch clause or not, there is no unification anymore. So now you have to go down the line of every single belt that said that I'm next in line. The IBF said they're next in line. A rematch has nothing to do. Wait, what?
Doesn't matter if they was next in line or not.
Yes, they do. Are you retarded? Like the WBC has their rotation on who's next. The WBA has the rotation.
Yes,
the IBF has a rotation.
What I'm saying is, it didn't matter if they was next or not. They told them they
yes, it does. Why didn't the WBC call them mandatory? Why didn't the WBO or the WBA call them mandatory? Because the IBF was next in line.
It's up to them to call them mandatory, regardless if the IBF was next. They didn't have
there's an agreement between the belts whose mandatory has to be called next after unification. There is already a fucking agreement. What are you talking about? And the only way that you can get out of that is if you're unifying. If you're rematching someone that doesn't hold a belt, then you can't sit there and say, well, you guys need to step aside the mandatory because I'm unifying. You're not unifying because you have all the fucking belts. So you have to go down the line on who is supposed to have. The same way that Bam Rodriguez, the only way that Bam was supposed to step aside is because Estrada and them told them that we were going to have this match. Now, Bam is having to face, because Estrada stepped down, he's having to face his mandatory on one of the sanctioning belts. And he doesn't have one belt. He has what, two, three? What does Bam have, babe? Three belts at this
I
point?
don't know how we got all the way here. What does this got to do with Brian Norman not accepting the offer?
Because of
Like,
the fact that it wouldn't fucking have mattered.
regardless if it matters or not, that's what I'm saying. You cannot use that
So
for a
you just
nigga
want to
not
fake
accepting
flex.
the offer.
You want to fake
Like,
flex. That's
nigga
what you
didn't
want.
accept the offer. Like, that's two different things. You're trying to make this situation have something to do with this situation. This
So okay,
situation
so
has
let's
nothing to do
take
with
it
this
back
nigga not
really
accepting
fucking
this
like
situation.
really basic.
Like,
I'm married to
I get
Bubs.
what you keep trying to
I'm
do, but it's not working.
chop. I'm married to Bubs. And I'm married to Bubs, and I say, hey, Chop, let's get married, right? It doesn't matter if you accept the
No,
offer or
you
fucking
saying,
not.
hey, no,
I'm
you
married
saying
to
you married
Bubs.
to Bubs, right? And it's saying, hey, Chop. That's like saying,
We gonna
you
get married.
to
We
Bubs.
can't.
Hey, Chop, let's go on a date. You could go on a date with me, even though you married to Bub. Like,
No, but we're supposed to make a commitment. I was like, let's go get married. Can I get married to you?
no, but we it wasn't getting married though. Niggas is just
No,
trying to fight. It's like, nigga,
This
I'm
is a
trying to fight.
contract.
Like,
The WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO are all contracts. So if I'm already married to Bubs, and I say, hey, Chop, I want to marry you, can I legally marry
How do I
you?
get into this?
Because you're the only one
on.
on the panel, bro.
Shout out that boy H Money, live boxing discussions all night, free smoke, pull up, man. This was one of them, bro. Y'all got to come check it out, man. Come chill, bro. Headquarters, we be having a good time. Shout out that boy Galactic Drip TV. It's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that. It's just comedy. Y'all check out that boy Jack Daniels, Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxer Training Channel, man. He's over there spitting some good game. Shout out my dog, Ben Israel, the most hated, but also the most respected at the same time. Shout out that boy, Big CEO, Big Chop, reporting in the duty circle. What's good, Uncle Jay Simon? What up, Uncle Vic? And before we get all the way out of here, let's clear this up. Andy Cruz is one of the brightest talents at 135. When we talking boxing skills, the sweet science hit and not get hit, Andy Cruz at 135 is, in my opinion, one of the best. But there's only one way to find out. That's like my boy Diaz says. You gotta get him in the ring. Hey, y'all get in my comment section, man. You say something profound, I'ma put it in the atmosphere. Senor Diaz, you have a safe trip to and from Cuba, my friend. And like you always said, the ring never lies. Bubs Boxing.